So do y'all feel like y'all have like a sound that people know that this is our shit, that people know when this beat come on, they're gonna know we made this? Like,
no, to be honest, not really. Just because like growing up, we just didn't listen to like hip hop pretty much. Like we didn't really get into hip hop until we was like older, because we grew up in like the church and stuff. So like our parents wasn't strict, but we just didn't.
We weren't exposed.
We weren't really exposed, and then we really, I guess, didn't have the ear for it as like a younger kid. You know what I'm saying? So the ideas and concepts, we didn't really like grasp them so finally. But yeah, we grew up, like he said, listening to Phil Collins and all that stuff. So drums and stuff like that, that's where we got like, we understood like, oh, these, you know, how to use big drums in a song and stuff like that. Just listen to stuff like that, or like Motown type stuff. So yeah, being that we had like so many different influences, like our sound kind of goes in different type of directions.
So are you like for your particular creative style, are you guys like more like sample driven? Are you more original with like what you do? Do you prefer to play things out? Like what do you lean towards a little bit more?
All of it. Yeah, it's all of it really.
Yeah.
We kind of like to keep like an open playing field. So I know like when we start getting into sampling, like that joint it's just fun. Like especially when you find the perfect, and you know like the specific section. Once it hit, you be like, I gotta grab that. And then once you get into that, and then it's a beautiful feeling once you finish it and listen to it. So we just try to keep it open.
Okay. Hey, I feel like, so one of the things that I find the most amazing about like sampling is like this is never ending world.
Right.
Literally. Like, bro, like there's so much shit we haven't discovered, we don't know that like we're gonna run into. Like and then the other beautiful thing about that is that like if you put 5 of us in a room and you have us all sample the same thing, it's not gonna sound the same. I love that. I think that's amazing, yo. Like, I think that's like one of the most amazing things about like being a creative.
Yeah, and just the art of it too, just from because I had to go back and listen to it. But Common's album, is it B, right?
Yeah, I love that album.
Yeah, so
I was listening to that yesterday,
bro. Like the stuff that Kanye did on there. I know I bring Kanye up a lot, but that's one of my favorites. But just the words with the sample, like how they played off of the samples and words, like so it gave me like an understanding of how to use it in a different way too. You know what I'm saying? So just that beauty too.
Hell yeah. So one of the questions that we do like to ask people, we definitely want to know about like your influences as far as like production goes, right? So between the two of you, like let's say you have a Mount Rushmore of producers, right? And you got to put 4 or 5 people up on that Mount Rushmore, excluding Dilla, because we're just gonna acknowledge Dilla off the rip.
He'll be like right at the top.
We're just gonna acknowledge him off the rip.
He'll be in the vote behind the.
Yes. Do you guys have a Mount Rushmore of just music producers who you feel like? Obviously Kanye. Obviously Kanye. Like and please speak on Kanye and everything. Just tell us about your Mount Rushmore and why. You know.
Okay. For me, it'll be of course Kanye West, Timberland. I'm trying not to give a whole bunch of. I don't even say they old, but you know, try to keep it.
It's all good.
Try to keep it. Dang, what am I forgetting? No ID.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, I gotta throw Pharrell in there. I can't name them all.
Hey,
but
man, that's solid lineup right there.
Man.
Are you influenced by the do you guys feel like you're influenced by the same things?
Yeah, pretty much. For the most part, yeah.
Word. Nah, that's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, do you? This is just random twin questions because like we're gonna come back to random.
Here we go. It's all good.
Do you guys feel like you like complete or finish each other's thoughts, like when it comes to creativity, or is there like these like separate identities?
It's weird. Like sometimes, well, most of the time when we like producing, because we do a thing called bespoke like sessions for artists, so we'll build a beat from like the ground up with them there, and then we'll try to form a song. We got enough time, but it'll be weird. Like let's say if he start like on some chords, I'll be like, okay, I know where you're going. Yeah, and we'll just it's kind of like a tug of war till we get to like the destination type thing. So
that's hella
it's
cool,
it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty fun.
That's hella cool, bro. Yeah. Hey, that's super dope, yo. Like, that's dope as fuck, man. I can't imagine, like me being me, man. Like I said, there's there's a handful of people I could create with, but there's a handful of people I'm like, the fuck you talking about? What's wrong? Ain't nothing wrong with my drums, man. Get the fuck out of here, yo. Fuck out, yo. Get out my session, right? Like I've got to work on that.
Yeah, I was watching the interview you did with DJ Redhand.
Yeah,
and he was saying, I guess somebody was telling you to speed the drums of a song. He was like,
yeah,
what my drums?
it's like what? Like yo, like I swear to God. So one of my best friends in the world, my right hand man, who is gonna be the best man at my wedding. He does not like my music. Right?
Wait, he told you that? Like,
yeah, I understand him. He just like he is very like mainstream driven.
Oh,
right?
Gotcha,
so like when he hears my music, he can't see any
he can't identify with
any
it.
potential. He doesn't identify with
feel
it.
it.
And I try to play like all these underground artists who I'm loving, like like this is what Odyssey does, or this is what Mind Design does. And he's like, I don't give a fuck about none of this. Like Jada and Fab. And I'm like, man, like, so it's just like having that conversation with him is like extremely difficult. Because like if I think that sometimes if you're not mind strong enough to believe in your own shit,
right?
Yeah,
like there's a bunch of people that are ready to tell you that your shit is not
that's
ready.
facts,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so for real.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm grateful. It's difficult. Because like I do believe in the power of collaboration, but at the same time, like I feel like I always want to stand in a space where I'm confident about my work on my own first.
Right.
So collaborations have been a little bit difficult, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Understand.
Yeah, word.
And I mean, it's we've known each other all our lives, so it's easy.
That's a little bit different. Like,
yeah, because I feel like sometimes when collaborating, people don't understand that it's deeper than just linking up and making art. Like,
right.
You got two different personalities, you know what I'm saying? Two different ways of doing something. So, like, if I'm just locked in on how I do it, like, maybe I want to do chords first, you know what I'm saying? And then maybe you want to do drums first. And it's like, well, dang, who going to do it first? So, it's like having this, like, selfless mindset behind it. And,
It's always easier when you don't think about yourself in the process or think about what you're trying to achieve and you just, like, try to contribute whatever it is that you have that's dope.
Right.
And, like, that's been, like, my way of collaborating because... And I think it's kind of easier when you like are not attached to the end result. Like if you're attached if you're too attached to the end result. I mean, like I think being attached to the end result, you should just bank on like, okay, I have a feeling that I know what's dope to contribute.
Right.
Instead of like I want to control this thing.
Right.
Yeah. Like I know that I can put on like this bass line that's dope because I fuck with bass lines. Or like you know that your drums are crazy. So just bank on that and like whatever chords they do, don't try to control.
Right.
Like that's where things get a little bit weird.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That's good. Yeah. And it's been, I mean, since I'm the older brother, like it's been times where I'll be like I want to take control of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're going to fight about it later.
We gonna fight about it later. I love it, bro.
But no, for real, like I would want to take control, but I got to tell myself like, hey, just let him get it out. And then, sometimes it's good. Sometimes,
it's like a Soldier Boy drum loop. Then it's going to have to get it out. Bro.
Word. Nah, no doubt. All right, so a couple more questions. We're not going to keep you guys too much longer. What do you guys have in the works? Anything that you're particularly proud about or you feel good about? Like, what do you guys have coming up?
Oh, yeah. So we just recently dropped a 3-song EP entitled Upbringing. It's pretty much about, like, the steps of, like, a relationship with a significant other. We singing on it a little bit, so,
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Test that a little bit.
Yeah, I was about to ask, so are y'all, do y'all rap and sing, too, or you just focus on...
So we can do it, but we just don't
we're not
promote
trying
it like
pursue
that.
that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So,
But yeah.
So you do like reference tracks and maybe you want to like write for people? And
Yeah,
all that shit?
yeah,
That's
for
dope.
sure.
Yeah.
So
Hell
we got that, and then we just dropped a single with a local artist named Samaya.
I saw
It's
that.
called
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So y'all go check that out. And then we got this other project coming out. It's been a little stifled due to the like coronavirus and all that stuff, but we still pushing to put it out so soon. So yeah, man.
Hell yeah. We'll keep our eyes open for sure.
Appreciate it.
And last question, man. Like, tell everybody where we can find you, how we can follow you, where your music's at, your social media, everything.
Yeah, so you can find us on everything. DopeNorTeria, DopeNorTeria. And yeah, pretty much. And then you can find us on all streaming platforms under that name too.
All right, bet, man.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you guys here.
Thank y'all, man.
Thank you.
We're going to have to get you some more of that beautiful sour beer that you had to
that
change your
joint
life.
was amazing.
Word. If anything, man, anything that we have coming up in the future, we're going to reach out to you guys.
Most definitely.
let us know.
All love, man.
Word. Much love. Y'all keep it locked. We're going to get into this 20-minute beat set from these guys. I promise you that this is going to be fire. This is Beats, Brews, and Life.
Beats, Brews, and Life.